So far in our collection of videos to do with petals, we've looked at how to create our own gorgeous lotus or water lily pattern and how to cut it out and construct it. We've also had a look at what to do with leftover petals. So here we've got 3 large leftover petals and a couple of different coloured smaller petals which we've made into a gorgeous orchid. Let's say we've got 4 leftover large petals. What could we do with those? Of course, it's such pretty glass, we don't want to throw them out or just have them sit there and gather dust. We could, if we're into cottage gardens, we could make 8 petal flowers, which are basically, I'm going to talk about them in terms of being cosmos. So if anyone does lovely cottage gardens, they will know all about cosmos, a must-have in a cottage garden. Now, I've also found a leftover gorgeous bit of a circle that has glitter in the centre. And how terrific does that look as the centre of this little cosmos? The great thing about a cosmos is that it does have wavy little edges around the tops of its leaves or its petals, so you don't have to worry too much about smoothing it over, or if you've got little lumps and bumps from your nipping. And you can see what a cute little flower is that. So if you're doing cosmos, you'd be wanting more than one, and you know, probably half a dozen at least to look, give that really gorgeous view. And it makes the little petals make the perfect circle. So how do we get from this to this? Dead easy. You will be amazed. Let's clear some space off. So the first thing we've got is one of these large petals. So it must be good 4 centimetres or a couple of inches long. So the first thing we want to do now with this one is cut it in half. So we'd cut all of those petals in half. Then we just need to curve around the end, which is dead easy. So all you need to do is cut this point and that point off, which I'll do now. Hopefully you can see it. So I'm just cutting that little corner off and that little corner off. So you can see I've just got a couple of extra little corners. So now I'm going to cut off this corner, this corner, this one and this one, which will give it a round shape and hopefully won't be too smooth. And we know from our last video, to get it to fit around nicely in a circle, we cut its little point off. So you keep doing that until you cut your lovely 8 petals to go around your beautiful little cosmos, or any other 8 petaled flower, and thinking about 8 being the number that's lucky. There we go, one corner off. Next corner off. Now we'll cut those 4 little edges there to round it off. And then cut that point off until you've got 8 in a circle. So this is what you'll end up constructing. So I won't bore you by cutting out all of those to get to this point. So as you can see, they fit beautifully around in a circle. They've got a little bit of a ruffly edge and an awesome little centre. Sometimes with glitter, everyone says, oh, don't get them, they'll fade this and that. Some of them fade and some of them don't. And the worst thing that can happen is they'll fade to silver. So nothing lost if you've got them out in the sun. I'm going to be putting this on an indoor, well, not quite indoor, it'll be on the veranda, flower pots, or it'll probably end up on my gypsy rose, where a lot of these flowers are going to end up, because she's going to be like a garden fairy. So really whatever it is that you want to do. And you can see with this stained glass, it's so pretty because it's got various colours and shadings in it. So you can find the perfect bits and pieces for your little flower. You could even have a box of scrap glass in which you can hunt around in and basically cut those shapes. I hope you've enjoyed this and keen to make some more gorgeous flowers.